Greetings, automotive enthusiasts. Welcome to another Tales from the Trip. Behind us is number 24. What does that mean? I'll get inside and tell you shortly. Hey, we had to jump in the car real quick. Train, like there's the train right there. Trains are the bane of our existence, aren't they, for 30 years? Oh, I know. So
I can have all the time back. I've spent sitting in a train over 30 years.
I know. It add years to our life, I think, right? Well, hey, so you're sitting there going, okay, what is he talking about? Well, hold on, let me get around this train. So if you noticed, we're in the 91 300ZX. Oh, I love this car.
It's crazy.
I
it's like
love this car.
I haven't been in it in a while, and it's just like
I know.
new in here.
We did the video on it, and then we kind of put it, once I do a video, like we have fun with it and drive it, before the video, but after the video, we tend to kind of, for the most part, park them. We might drive it here and there to keep it exercised or just have some fun, but, I don't like to, get a new rock chip or run the miles up or whatnot, So this car, it was on display at Glass House Racing for a while, and then we picked it up and just put it in storage and covered it, and just waiting for its next owner. And that was a clue at the beginning of the video of who the next owner is. If you follow the channel much, you can guess who our number one customer is. And that's right, it is the Car Wizard. And this is, we looked at our last video, it was number 23, so this is car number 24 from the Car Wizard. It's unbelievable. Thank you, David. Such a great customer. Really appreciate all the business and everything. And so he called me up, and he's been hankering for a for a 90s Japanese car. He's just been hankering for one, and so he wanted me to kind of try to find a Prelude for him. And Preludes are they're all getting tough to find, all those 90s Japanese cars. But, we kind of been looking and had a few leads on Preludes or whatever, like an 88 to 91 body style. And then it's funny, I got like the best 90s Japanese car just sitting in storage, and he wants to trade in a car. And we'll show you what car he's trading in here when we get to the Wizards. But, but he's got a car, and he's just been kind of watching the inventory. We've just been hunting some stuff for him, and but then all of a sudden he's like, "Wait a minute, what about the 300Z?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like that is the ultimate car." And honestly, Dave and I are not small guys, and this car is so comfortable. And I've driven those Preludes. Those Preludes are tight, and this is perfect.
Yeah, the seats are super
Slick top, no T-tops, manual transmission. This is the Enthusiast Spec Z that they made back in the day, and it's just it's a wonderful car. So we are delivering the 300ZX to the Wizard, and we are picking up a trade. And this trade is kind of interesting, so don't go anywhere. Kind of interesting? Yeah, it's like mega interesting. So don't go anywhere. Next stop will be Omega Auto Clinic and the Car Wizard. Well, here we are. Actually, I think Daniel bought that Audi TT from Tyler, the one that we found at the auction for Tyler. Here we are, pulling in. I can't wait for, I don't know, I'm gonna ask David if he, when he works on this car, if he test drove it or not. It'll be kind of interesting. There's the Jaguar, and it's ready for pickup.
That thing is cool.
Oh, that thing's sweet. We gotta come back for it. And everybody, here is the car. And the Wizard! What's happening?
What's up, man?
I'm jamming Bon Jovi. We're not done. We got to keep driving.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and go to Oklahoma and back.
Bon Jovi, huh?
There it is. That's the trade-in, everybody.
Yep.
The 69. Me and that car are the same age?
Really?
Yes, 1969 is my birth year.
Wow.
Oh, let's go pull in and check it out. Well, Dave, what's happening, sir?
Not much.
you wanted a 90s Japanese princess?
I remember when these were brand new, and I remember also doing the timing belt service on this, and it caught my eye then, and it's just been eating at me for a while.
Oh, no. It's funny because you had mentioned, you know, hey, I'm looking maybe for a Prelude.
Yeah.
And I guess we both kind of forgot about this car. I just had it in storage kind of waiting for springtime, you know?
Yeah.
You know, and kind of market it in the springtime or whatever. And David's like, well, wait a minute. What about the 300ZX, you know? And so tell me, like, what's your... I remember the first time I ever saw one of these.
Yeah.
Like it was yesterday. I was on Kellogg,
Yeah.
right? Rock Road, and I was sitting at Rock Road, and a pearl white one turned right in front of me. I remember it like it was yesterday, and I was like this. What was your first recollection?
It might actually be the same car.
Really?
Because, I mean, I was like 11 or 12 years old
Okay.
at the time, but I lived in the south part of Wichita, and there was a pawn shop, a big pawn shop there. The owner of that pawn shop bought a brand new one,
No way.
and it was pearl white.
Pearl white?
Yeah.
With the white wheels?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, that was...
It might have been the same one.
It's very possible, but this is one of those, there's just certain cars
Yeah.
that when you see them, it imprints in your brain. And I just think that's such a gorgeous car. But driving it down here, David, it's so doggone comfortable. And so you got the Citroen all fixed up. What all did you did a bunch of stuff. We'll go back and look at the videos.
Yeah, there's all new spheres, the accumulators.
Yeah.
Also inside the engine bay, there's more accumulators. They're all new.
Uh-huh.
The pumps, the cylinders, all of it's been reworked. When I got it from Hoovie, all that was shot.
Yeah.
It rode like a stagecoach.
Oh, did it? Yeah, they were gone then. Yeah.
Yeah, and now it rides soft and smooth. It pumps right up.
Oh, man.
It does need a few little things here or there.
Right,
Somebody
right.
could finish it off.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
would be a really nice car. Just, I didn't want to keep dumping so much money into
Well,
it.
yeah, and you kind of had your fun with it, you
Yeah.
know, and you'd kind of done your videos and everything on it, and now it's kind of time to move on. And do you know what number this car is? We had to go back and look at our videos.
Which number?
Yeah.
I don't know, 52 or something?
That's close, that's close. 24. Yeah, I got dyslexic there, right?
24 cars.
Yeah, 24 cars.
I've lost count. I don't even remember.
We'll have a seat in this thing.
right.
You just gotta feel it, man. You're gonna love this thing. The seats are just gonna spoil you.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
It's like I'm back in 91.
Isn't that awesome? But those seats, they're the velour, you know, so much nicer than leather.
Got a
And-
nice, easy clutch.
Oh yeah, hydraulic clutch. I know you got kind of hip stuff sometimes, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you pull the brake there, fire it up, and check it out. And this has the Bose stereo. This has all the options you want.
Oh, automatic climate control. Yeah.
And that was new for 92. The 91s had a bad climate control system, so 91's actually kind of a desirable car because of a few new things there. But it's got the Bose, has cruise control, has automatic climate control,
Nice.
but yet it's an enthusiast spec where it has no T-tops, manual transmission, so it's really a slick top.
Yeah.
I have yet to find a comp to this car that has sold, and that's like miles of condition and everything. You know, there's some out there that are sold, but most of them, as you know, are just been kind of chopped up.
Oh, yeah, they're beat up pretty bad.
Does it feel good?
Feels great.
Sweet. Well, let's check out the Citroen.
All right.
Well, now I guess I get to start the Citroen.
Yeah.
Oh man,
It starts weird, too.
Yeah, show me what I'm doing here.
All right.
Oh, look at the way this is, like, the body line. That's so freaky.
The whole car is freaky.
That is freaky. I've watched a lot of videos on this car, and you know, like this is heralded as kind of like one of the top, was it like 5 or 10 important cars of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and when they came out at that motor show, it's like I forget how many they sold, but they sold like, I have to look it up, but it was thousands. They like sold out like the first time they did.
Yeah,
the car.
there's millions of these over the years of all
Yes.
selling them. They're all over the road.
Oh, this is like sitting on a. That's cushier than a Lazy Boy.
Pull your little choke there.
Okay, this
on
guy
there.
right
Yeah,
here.
pull it out.
Yeah, pull out the choke. Okay.
And then in the center is the key.
Yeah.
But that doesn't start it. You just
Right,
turn it
that
on.
just turns it on.
And there's a button on the
On
side.
the side, right?
Yeah.
And it's carbureted.
Yeah.
Hit it one time.
Yeah.
Hit it a couple times. Check it out. Now, watch the suspension. There's a funny YouTube video of a bank robber and cops, and they come running out of the bank, and the cops come running out and chase them, and they both get to their Citroens, and they wait for their suspensions to pump up, and then they take off. I gotta find that. That's somebody. There's switch over. There it is.
It's got instant Viagra, Bob.
Yeah. Woo. Does that make you
now.
horny?
No, not really.
Randy, baby, yeah.
There you
Wow.
go. And on the
That's
side
cool.
there, it has, you can set the suspension to all the levels
Okay.
that you want.
Yeah, the difference.
Low or
And this
high
is the
or-
standard height right here.
Yeah.
That is super cool. We were just talking to her brother last night, and we're gonna go to George's. I'm gonna pick him up in this car. George's is a French bistro.
Yeah.
And we told him we're gonna pick him up in a special car and take him to dinner at George's.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you imagine just parked out in front of George's French bistro.
Cool.
Well, Becky, Wizard, if you're happy, I'm happy.
I'm happy.
We got us a deal, my friend. We'll see you guys. Becky, I'm going to have to trade in my Radwood hat for a beret.
Oh, Lord.
Here we go. This is our drive home in the Citroen. Let's see what our first impressions are. Put the window up here. What a cool car.
1969.
69. That is something else. And here we go. Just 4-speed on the column. It's real simple. You know, I mean, I've driven many a 4-speed on the column trucks and everything, you know.
I haven't driven many on the column. That one
It's
old
pretty-
Mercedes we had, I remember
Yeah,
it was on the column. It's
that's
not
right.
that. It's not.
No, and you did great. You
Yeah.
did great. These seats are,
Very comfortable.
that's like nothing I've ever sat in before. And the suspension.
It's
Oh
crazy.
my God, it's cool the way the car raises up. Oh man. He said it's full of gas. Like I said, the car, you know, it still needs a few things, obviously. I think the speedometer's not working, the gas gauge is not working. He said the radio's working and everything, but the turn signals, horns, you know, the main things are working, so that's cool. It's a 4-speed on the column. You know, I'm glad, you know, some of these are automatics. I don't think I'd want more than an automatic. Just, I don't know. I don't really know much about them, but just usually those early automatic transmissions are so quirky, you know. But this is just good old manual shift deal. Look, you feel that, Becky?
Yes.
That is so cool. Well, let's get. We're not gonna take the 80-mile-an-hour interstate. We're gonna take the old highway. What is it? Old Highway 81. Yeah, Old Highway 81, which goes right in front of the shop. So, all right. Well, we'll get on the highway here shortly and check back in with you and see how things are going. All right. Well, we got off the deal here. Now we're on Broadway, going up through the gears. I tell you what. You talk about the seats and being hard. How are these seats treating your tush? It's like sitting in a block of memory foam.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's amazing how comfortable it is.
And as we went over the bridge and stuff, you know,
It just floats.
what's so funny is even subconsciously, like you always like tense up when you think you're going to hit a big bump.
Right.
And remember, both of us, like we saw this big dip, we both tensed up, and then nothing happened at all. And we were just looked at each other, and we were like, no way. It's uncanny, the ride of this car. It's
Something you just have to experience.
you have to
can't
experience
really
it. You can't even
describe
describe it. No, it's fairly indescribable. But yeah, no, it's running good. I think a lot of it just, I don't think he really drove it much. I think he did all the work, and you know, really the best thing to do would be run a tank of fuel through this thing.
Yeah.
I'll just carry around a spare gas can. And that way if we run out, you know. But I think it needs the fuel driven out of it. Some fresh, no ethanol fuel would be really nice for it. But yeah, so you know, we're kind of debating on what to do with this car. You know, do we? One option we talked about doing with this car is this car was sold on Bring a Trailer, and it brought a little over 20 grand of fees. And but then Wizard ended up putting like several thousands of dollars into the car, and it was sold, you know, with lots of issues and still brought that much. So we're considering potentially putting it back on Bring a Trailer as one option, or we we might just put it on the website, put a reasonable price on it, and then just drive it and enjoy it. So if you're interested, reach out to us. And if we do, I don't know, if we didn't put a bring a trailer, I mean, I suppose, because it's February, you know, it's something that I wouldn't have to necessarily wait till spring on this. It's not like it's a convertible car, you know. So yeah, so here in the next 30 days, we'll enjoy it for 30 days and kind of see what happens. But we are just rolling down the road. It drives straight as an arrow. It's doing really well, and this ride, I'm kind of excited to just drive this thing around. Actually, winters in Kansas are pretty mild, usually 40s and 50s. So this would actually be a really good time to drive this car in the wintertime. You know, as long as the roads are clear. You know,
It's got heat, right?
yeah, I don't know. I haven't even messed with it. We'll have to go through this car and find out what it, make a list of what it needs and, you know, its little quirks and features or whatnot. But it sure does drive well. It drives really well.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Along like a
Yeah,
sewing
and we can use our Waze app for speedometer. You know what I mean? So, well, we got about a 20-mile ride back to Wichita. So far, so good. We'll see you back at the shop shortly. Well, Becky, I finally figured it out. How to describe driving this car. It's like sitting on a marshmallow, driving on a cloud. That's pretty much what this car is. Oh my gosh. Man.
It just floats along. I have no problems cruising around in it.
The way this thing takes the dips is just ridiculous. Oh wow. I love the little offset spoke on the steering wheel. It drives straight as an arrow. What do you think, babe?
It's cool.
It's cool.
I dig it.
We're not even in a rush to get back, Becky. We just went ahead and ordered a drink from Sonic. Just kind of pulling up to Sonic and
Why not?
cruising around. It's funny, we got some errands to do. You'd think that we'd want to be getting this car just like back to the shop, but it's driving great. And honestly, it just fuel, it seems old in it, and I think it really just needs driven. So I'm happy to oblige. Look at that! Look over the hood. That is so cool. We made it back. We're in the driveway of Eurasian. We are here. David's over there working on the CLS, getting it ready for pictures. So
We made it.
no sweat.
No sweat at all.
And actually, we're going to keep driving because we got a couple things to grab here, and we're just going to keep driving, right? Needs driven. Let's drive it. Hey, everybody. Really appreciate you watching. We always have a lot of fun with this. I hope you guys enjoy it, too. So, as always, have a great day, and
Happy motoring.
you got it, girl. Take care.